Hey YT fam, this is KJ. So I'm back again in here for Married to Medicine. This is season 3, episode 4. We're gonna make this quick one because not too much was going on that I want to discuss anyway. But we started out with Quad and Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. They headed out to Nashville to, basically start the search for Simone's father, who has come up missing and been missing for a while. So they get piled in the car, whatever, and everybody's decided to go. They tell Quad that, one more person is coming on the trip, and that will be Mariah. So, of course, Quad get the face of disappointment, and she's just like, I just hate being set up, and she get a little attitude real quick. But, of course, they let her know that this is April Fool's, and you've been April Fool. So they laughed that off or whatever, but they headed on down the road. We got, Heavenly, she meeting up with Jewel Tankard. Y'all, I love their show. I don't forget the name, but I do love their show. She meeting up with her basically. That's a good friend of hers, and she just wanted to help her out with, how she be going on from people and calling people to be word out of the blue, and just helping out with her attitude. And she tell her basically, you need to just talk to the Holy Spirit and let them know, hey, I need to check, help me check myself. Because you need to take responsibility for you, Dr. Heavenly, and the stuff that you say. So, they're just having a good little female moment and everything. And it's good to see that she does have friends like that, because I think Jewel is a good girl, good person. So, Toya and these boys, they some cute little boys or whatever, but I'm sick of Toya. I don't like Toya. And she just... she at home being a stay-at-home mom. She said her husband is working like crazy because they're $100,000 in debt. And they still in this big-ass house. Anyway, she talking to her boys about being hitting girls in class and how, she feel like the man should discipline the boys and instead of the woman. But you a stay-at-home mom. You know your husband busy. You better tell his butt not to be hitting girls, and it's different from the difference between defending yourself and just torturing girls. Like, that's ignorant. So I'm sick of Toya already, and it's like the first 5 minutes. So the ladies actually make it to Nashville, and Quad has decided to get back to Nashville because this is where she went to school, graduated, became Miss Quad. I think she was a homecoming queen or something like that, or this queen of the school. Like Miss Howard or Miss whatever the school is. I think she was that. But she decided to be in Nashville for that reason. And they get to the rental home and they looking around, and Dr. Jackie, here she go with it being too country for her. She a city girl, and this ain't what they worked so hard for. Blah 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 blah. The house is nice enough for what you're gonna be there for. So stop complaining, Dr. Jackie. But yeah, they get to the house to get settled in or whatever. But they have made it to Nashville. Get a knock on the door, and it is Renee, the private investigator. She's coming over to help out with finding Simone's dad. So she sit down and kind of give her a little synopsis of what's going on. And basically, no one in the family has really seen her dad in a couple of months. They do have access to his bank account, and he has not spent any money. The amount has not changed. So, and he hasn't had his driver's license or anything like that. So she definitely is worried about his whereabouts. The private investigator is really kind of just asking Simone different questions about, how his normal behavior would be. Where did he get out from? Would he be homeless or could he be homeless? Has he ever done this before? And, she don't really have any answers because she hasn't really had any communication with her dad because of his drinking situation. So she's just kind of embarrassed about not knowing the answers to these important questions when she's trying to find him, when it's important, when it's necessary now to help with the investigation. She's a little embarrassed about not knowing. So it's just a really touching scene, and she get upset, and Dr. Jackie go in and console her and just kind of be strong with her and for her. And it's just a really touching moment. Quad and Dr. Jackie, just recently lost their fathers as well. So it's just a touching situation for everybody. And oh my God, yeah, I don't know what. I don't even want to think about this. But it's really, really sad, and I just hope her dad is okay. We are Lisa Nicole now. Do we have to talk about Lisa Nicole? Okay, then. Well, Lisa Nicole and Darren is going to the pastor to talk about their communication, which is really probably is an issue, but I'm sure they got bigger fish to fry than this, but whatever. They're here to talk about the communication with the pastor, and Lisa's just trying to get information about Darren, whether or not he wants to have a baby, and just to be honest and truthful about it, because she's hearing one thing and he's telling her another thing. So they're just talking about the communication with being able to open up about that. And he basically explained that he's not 100% on board with the baby because he wants Lisa to be healthy versus having another baby if those are choices. So he is basically talking about his fear of what ifs, with her having a baby at her age and with her condition. And, the pastor's telling them how they should be, Lisa tells her best friend, he her best friend all the time, and she never hears that from him. So they have a moment where they tell each other they are best friends, and I am a strong and true believer in being best friends before a relationship. It's important. It's highly, highly, highly important to me for the person to know me as if it is a friend and understand me and know me and trust me and trust what I would and wouldn't do before I would ever get married to them. So I totally get it. And that just came with relationship experience at the end of the day for me. So I get it. Darren and Lisa got emotional. Darren got emotional in the confessional. But yeah, that's just something I'm strong believing in. At this point in my life, that's what I want. Nothing less than that. So the ladies get ready to go out on the search for her father, walking the streets, going back to the old hood with the flyers, blasting out the word, just to help with the search. So all the ladies getting together and making sure they got everything and, just to have an eventful situation. So what's her name? Simone's cousin comes out as well. The girl we met last week, the first cousin, to come out and help. So we're going to hope that this is a success. Dr. Heavenly basically decides that she's going to meet up with Janice to kind of tell her, basically, I guess, to talk to her about how she behaved and what she didn't mean to say, but she meant to say it for real, because she ain't all the way there yet, but she going to set up a meeting with Janice. The ladies are out passing out the flyers, and everybody is in support. I just love to see how they are very supportive of her situation and giving her courage and words. I just really love to see that. So they basically just out in the city, in the area, passing out the information, asking questions. Anybody knows him, stuff like that. So they go up on this lady porch, passing out the flyer. She tells them that he be selling junk to the junk man on 27th Street. So they gonna go down there to the junk man house and they got this. This is a huge clue, So they headed on down there to see how this clue is gonna pan out and talk to the junk man and see if they can get some more information. But they get to the junkyard and they don't really get any information from him. So they're just hoping that, after they covered a lot of ground, that somebody does call them within, the night or tomorrow. So then we get back to Dr. Heavenly. She did meet up with Janice and she apologized to Janice about, the whole situation and what happened. And she just want to try to get her anger in check and how she talk to people and do people in check. So she at home writing these affirmations on the wall, on her mirror, regarding anger. Back at Toy House, she coming in to talk to Eugene, and he just looking like she on his nerves for real. He probably wish he was by himself, but we'll never hear that. And they reading this email from the teacher regarding the child and how he peeing in the bathroom and peeing on the floor and urinal on purpose. and how he kicking people in the face playfully, like that's funny. And this girl is actually saying that the reason it's affecting their families because Eugene has been at work and working so much, and that's how the financial issue is affecting their families. And I just think that that's a bunch of bull. Like, if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, then you're going to have to learn how to discipline the boys, especially the fact that he working a lot. He is a surgeon. Of course he's going to be working a lot. That's just a given. But you're going to have to be able to discipline them as well because he is a surgeon and he's not home much. And you can't even take responsibility for that, Toya. Like, seriously? I just don't understand. And Eugene he don't even say nothing about that. Like, clearly he don't feel like that because he was just like, what's wrong with your child? He didn't get in trouble in school. But she was like, I did, blah, 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 blah. But my thing is, like, this is crazy. Like, she's saying that this is just what's causing them to act out because he not around and he not the fun daddy and all this stuff. Girl, Toya. That's some bull crap. I don't even believe she's saying that, and I don't believe he let her say that. Then he was like, we need to punish him, whatever. He was like, I need to take his iPad. She talking about that's gonna hurt us. Girl, you the one that stay at home, mom. What you talking about? That's gonna hurt us. It's cause so he can be distracted while you doing other stuff. Toya she's a sucky wife to me. She just sucks. She don't want to be. She said, "My dad's gonna hurt us." I can't believe it. No, it's not gonna hurt you. You can do stuff with him. Make him read. Make him do something, some type of activity, some chores. Do some. Clean up his room. Besides being on that iPad, so that you don't have to pay attention. She is awful. Ugh. He suggested for a week. She talking about 4 days. Like, then she's talking about 3 days. This is ridiculous. Like, she could never be. If I was a man, girl, you would be SOL if it come to me. And every man in the world that I know, and I know about you and how you is, shall I spread the word that you ain't nothing? You ain't nothing. Back in Nashville, the ladies go to meet the pastor. They talk about the whole situation with his dad. They go over to the store church where Cecil and Simone got married. They talk about that. They basically pray. And now they're just going to wait on results to see what they find out. So we get Lisa and Darren, and they sitting at the little table talking about what they like and dislike about each other. And he talking about, he dislike how she don't give him his privacy. That's crazy. But he's just talking about sleep-wise, okay? Then he talking about how he never, she never gave up on him. So she was like, she was like, I never will. So he was like, I've been married to my wife for 9 years, and I've been faithful to her for 5 slash. Then he go back and correct it and say 9 years. And, of course, Bravo rewinds it because this is just too funny in the world for me. Because, this has been the word the whole time. And then she was like, oh, you get a kiss for that? She was like telling him that he get a kiss for, saying that he don't give up on her. She don't give up on him. And she go in for her kiss and put her mouth out there. He could kiss on the cheek. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about that because I thought that was a little side-eye action. This relationship seems so forced. It's ridiculous. Especially when they talking about their sex life. Girl and boy, bye. So in the end, they back in Nashville and they just packing it up and getting ready to leave. And, Quiet is just expressing how she's in full support of Simone and whatever happens. And Simone is kind of really just, it seems that she is losing faith a little bit with her dad and just don't feel like it's going to be a good outcome. But she is ready to accept whatever it is. So we're just going to hope and pray for the best for Simone and her dad. Seeing that this is out of character for him. But we just going to hope and pray for the best things. Anyway, you guys, that was the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. All right, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out.